Okay, let's see if this is working tonight. Let's see if we are streaming here the day after Christmas in 2026. Let's see if this is all of what we hoped for. Let's be patient with the process. Let's see if this works exactly how we intended it to. Because we have a bunch to do, so. But I am confident. I am very confident. Patience will be important to get the Wi-Fi going and all that. But hopefully this will be working real soon because we have plenty to do. Patience, patience, patience. I can't believe it takes a minute to work. Isn't that crazy? But I did click on the right event, so patience will prevail. Gosh, I can't believe it takes so long to get started. It's taken over a minute. What's up, Den Aviation? Okay, I think it's starting now. Let's see if this is working. I'm testing it on my phone, by the way, so that's the hold up. Yes, this is working, but the audio is way too loud, so I'm going to bring that down, and then hopefully now you all can hear me real good. And if so, hello and welcome to all, and a happy day after Christmas. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. And I am super glad to be here today as we have a bunch going on that you're not going to want to miss out on. So welcome everybody to the chat. We'll get everybody in the chat, and then we have an agenda today. So we're just going to get started as soon as everybody gets here. So again, I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Super excited for today's live stream. In today's video, or stream I should say, we're going to be taking a look at all these amazing releases. And hello to Den. Hope you're doing great. Just going to give it about 3 or 4 minutes here, so it takes a moment for those notifications to filter through. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions you all have. Super excited the last stream was successful. And of course, we are up and running with our next stream here today. And I have a bunch of exciting ideas. Been working really hard on channel update content for 2026. And there's going to be a bunch as we speak. So yeah, really excited to see how everybody's doing here and bring it all together. But I hope all of you are doing fantastic. We will be getting this underway here real soon. Just want to make sure that everybody that gets a chance to see this can. But how is everybody? Den, how you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic, buddy. Hope it's all going really great, my friend. It feels like sometimes, and it may have just been last time, hopefully it translates to this time, but last time it took like 5 full minutes to really get those notifications going to get everybody on here. But hopefully we do get people going. It took a while last time though, so I don't know why it starts so slow. It's really weird. But if anybody's here, definitely say hello in the chat so we can get this rolling. But I'm just going to give it a couple minutes here, make sure everybody gets in. Feel free to ask any questions you may have. We're going to be getting started. I'm so glad to hear that, Den. Hope all is well. Very excited to see how it's going over your way. Notifications did go out, so I did see that. So on that behalf, we're good. Just waiting to see if anybody else is joining up here before we get started. Make sure we get as many people here as possible, of course. So patience does prevail every time. And it really took like a full minute for the stream to get started too. So the delay of the notifications is possible. So just being patient with it. But yeah, who else is here? Anybody else here? Getting the patience in the patience in the patience. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Very excited for the stream here today. We have a bunch to accomplish. So we're going to be getting after it here real soon. Just making sure that everybody that is interested gets the notification and all that. Making sure that it is all coming to fruition. Anybody else here? I'm going to give it about, I want to see if we can get a few more people in here and then we'll get started because we have plenty to take a look at here today. And people might be with family tonight, so may not have been the best night, but I thought for sure that there would be plenty going on here. So regardless of the case, we're definitely going to be getting it going here pretty shortly. But any thoughts from anybody? Feel free to drop it in the chat. Would love to hear. Hey, Alaska 737, how you doing today? Good to see you. Hope all is well over your way, and welcome to the live stream today. Who else is here? We'll see if those notifications take a while to go out or what the situation is, but we'll be getting started here shortly. Just want to make sure everybody that gets a chance to talk does, but again, it might have been a family night, so I apologize in advance, but we'll probably do a portion of this. We have, hey, glad to hear that, Alaska. We have, hey, what's up? Here we go. Here comes everybody. What's going on? Let's see. Mahalvid. I can't even read the whole name, but welcome. I hope that you're doing fantastic. It looks like everybody's flowing in now, so just gonna give it a few more minutes. Make sure everybody gets on, but who else is here? Everybody that's here, feel free to speak up. We'd love to chat with you all here ahead of our live stream tonight. We're gonna be taking a look at a bunch of releases here. We have over 700 that I have not looked at yet, so very excited to check all of these out. There's gonna be a bunch, so definitely going to be excited for all these. Anybody else here? I'll give it about, we'll see, maybe 2 minutes here, and then we'll get started on this. And we might do all of them tonight. We'll just see. We'll see how many people get in here and so forth. But I definitely want to make it a practical time. I guess family probably took over. Yeah, I'm surprised Henry's not here. JJ, there's a bunch of people here that I would have expected. But again, it might be a big family night, so maybe I missed the mark here. But I thought that tonight would be a perfectly fine time to stream. But I suppose that maybe it's a little busy, so maybe that's what's going on. But who else is here? Anybody else here so far? I'm gonna have to put a timestamp in the watch back. If you want to see the release reaction, skip ahead 10 minutes. But so far, so good. I hope all of you are excited for all of what's coming up. We have a magnitude of exciting videos. We had Great Plains go out today. And tomorrow we have Massive Unboxing 71, I believe. It's 71. Let's see. 71, yeah, 71 is tomorrow, so stay tuned. But yeah, let's go ahead and give this about, yeah, 1 more minute here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. But it looks like we'll have a smaller crew than we did the other night, but people do trickle in over time. It does pick up. So yeah, we have a bunch of exciting videos coming up, so stay tuned for those. Algorithm's so weird, so maybe the algorithm. What's up, Aviation LAS? How's it going today? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing fantastic. Glad to have you here today. Feel free to let me know what's going on and how you're all doing. And yeah, it appears that we're going to get quite a bit on the, one-on-one time for everybody that's here, considering, that it appears everybody's pretty busy. So maybe that's the situation of what's going on right now. There we go. We're up to 8 people. Who else is in the chat? We got other people in the chat. Who else is here? Who else is here, everybody? There's Michael. What's up, Michael? How you doing today? And I'm really glad that you booked that $49 ticket on JetBlue. That is amazing. So congratulations to you. Here comes everybody. I knew everybody would come in. Just took 8 minutes for YouTube to cooperate with the crew. And then website, this is jetcollector.com, a great resource for model aircraft collectors, great variety of models. But yeah, Michael, that's awesome. I'm jealous. I might want to fly over there just to participate with you on that. That is impressive. Okay, we're up to 12 people. Here comes everybody. Who else is here? I don't know why it took so long for the algorithm to get going. I was like, we had 3 people in here. I was like, what's going on? So what's going on, everybody? Feel free to chat it up. We're going to get started here in just a moment, just letting everybody trickle in. If you have any questions before we get started, feel free to ask. And yeah, I thought that it would be a good day to stream with nobody having work and all that, but it might be family time. So, but I see 12 in here now because earlier we had like 3, and I was like, what the heck's going on? Oh, Aviation LAS, did you go to the great airport of Sacramento? Go and hang out with Henry? Might be what's going on. Maybe, sort of. But yeah, I hope all of you are excited for this today. This is going to be a good stream, so we're just not going to go ahead and waste any further time. I know you all want to see these releases, so we'll probably go one by one, but I'll just start with the main row here, and then we'll go across. That's awesome. Glad you got pink one. That's a rare plane. Okay, starting here with the British Airways A320 JC Wings 1-200. This is the really cool blue livery they had about 10 years ago, so that's a cool one. China Southern A321. Nice looking plane, and also some Chu Holland Airlines A350s with special liveries, so looking good there in 1-400. So now we'll get to reveal them one by one. Let me zoom in just a little bit more, scroll over just a little bit more, and we'll go one by one on each aircraft. So the first one is the TUI Boeing 767-300 Belgium. Very good looking plane, and glad that they got these going. So we'll have a variety in flights and all the brands today. JC Wings, we have the Air Belgium 747-8 Hongjian Group. So cool hybrid livery with that aircraft. That's awesome. I hope that you enjoyed that Sacramento flight. That's awesome. The price was so good. I can't believe that Southwest was that cheap. That's impressive. And yeah, Swiss A350, congratulations on that. That's fantastic. Feel free to share your Christmas hauls in the live stream chat. Would love to hear. We have the Boeing 777-200ER. This is the Eco Demonstrator 2022. Great looking plane, and very happy to feature it there. So that's a very good looking aircraft. And one model I want to be released in 2026. I completely agree with the American A319. I want to see NG do Frontiers and all kinds of planes. But yeah, the American 319, that's a big one. And Thai Airways Airbus A300 Hotel Sierra Tango Alpha Kilos. That's very nice. The American and Delta Embraer 175s with the normal winglets. Those are two more that I can think of off the top of my head too. T-Way Airlines 737-800. This is the Pikachu livery, so a nice looking aircraft right there. And yeah, we're probably going to see plenty of 777s for those two carriers, I bet. One is a 1-200, one's a 1-400. One has the flaps down 1-200, and we have the Solcias, or however that's said, Boeing 737-800 Nasty Jet, and this is going to be Juliet Alpha 803 X-Ray, so a good looking plane there as well. And feel free to chat it up, everybody. Would love to hear your thoughts, and we can make this a little bit more interactive with the smaller crew. I'm sorry, I didn't realize my webcam's on the wrong spot. Let me do this from right to left. Or if I can, let's see. Yeah, we're going to do this from right to left. I'm so sorry, everybody. Now you should be able to see a little bit better. Salmon 30 Salmon for Alaska. Good looking plane here, so overall happy to see that. That's a nice release. And we have this JC Wings here too, so that's looking very nice. And 1-400, that's cool. And then we have the various 1-200s here as well, so both those are looking good too. Yeah, Pokemon jets are very popular, without a doubt. A350 in the Airbus Freighter here, looking very nice, so happy to see that. Got a Beluga for Christmas today, that was fun. And we have the 1-400 flaps up. We have a Dream Go Around Japan 767-300. Yeah, same 30, same. That's a great release. And we also have a Retro Models 1-200 Tanron Boeing 707. So nice aircraft there too. Here's the ANA All Nippon 777-300. So there's your ANA Aviation LAS right there. We knew it was coming with the LV jet, and this is an Aviation 400 release. So definitely cool to see that aircraft there. There's the Beluga. This is number 6 right here, and 1-200. The Beluga is such a cool plane. I was really happy to get that 1-400 today. And then we have our 1-200 versions of the A350 Freighter. Yeah, it's really nice on the 767 Japan. That's awesome. These are probably from Q2 2025, by the way. Here's the ANA-8 Q400 with the green, so that's a good looking plane too. Happy to see that. Malaysia 737-800, a good looking plane there too by JC Wings. Nice release here with the British Airways One World A320. I don't have it on this table right here, but I have the Phoenix release, so glad to see JC getting after it with their own version. And the ITA 1-200 A220, that's a good looking plane. Would love the 1-400 at some point that they did. Mr. Bean, Boeing 747-400. That is definitely not one I was expecting to see, but hey, that's what happens. So JC Wings really going above and beyond with that release. And there's your ANA regional jets. JJ needs to be here right now. Got the Garuda Indonesia Pokemon 737-800. A nice release there in the 1-200 and probably a 400. No, Pan Am DC-3. So very nice to see this. And I think Gemini is doing a similar version of this too. So that's nice. Family Airlines Boeing 747-100. I didn't even know this airline existed. Does anybody know much about Family Airlines? Yeah, that's great that you're going to get the BA320. That's a good plane too. So good variety there on those aircraft. Next, we have the Embraer ERJ195-E2 House Killers Profit Hunter. This is a cool plane, so definitely glad to feature it here today, and that's looking quite nice. So definitely very happy with that. Yeah, that is quite the 747. That was definitely past what I was expecting. The Columbia Air Force 737-700. I've actually seen this plane before, so that's pretty cool. Aer Lingus DC-3, another nice aircraft that's going to be pretty popular for select collectors, so happy to see that. And there's the Garuda 1-400. So yeah, JC, really a cool start for them here. This is nice. There's the Royal Jordanian E2, a nice aircraft and one of the most unique in the world, of course. There's a TUI Hybrid 737 MAX. This is the 50 year, and this is La Flight Airlines. I'm forgetting what airline name, but anyway, they're on here too, so that's cool. Oh, there's the history about Family Airlines. I appreciate that. They were later called Atar Airs. There we go. Thank you for sharing that. NASA C-47, a nice aircraft here as well. And if you're new to the chat, feel free to drop your comments. Would love to hear how it's going for all of you. And channel memberships are available if you're interested there. Donations are greatly appreciated. A bunch of great videos coming out, so you're not going to miss them. Profit House colors, though. Great plane. Very excited about that. Air Canada Go. This is like the 15th version. Just kidding, but we've seen several of these, so great to see JC on theirs and the 400 there. Varig 737-200, a very popular carrier there. So that's going to be nice. And an Atlas Air House 747. And welcome, Lucas. And yes, that DC-3 is nice. Glad to have you in here, Lucas, today. Hope it's going great. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Brian F. DC-830 or DC-862 Calder. What a nice looking plane. Very colorful. This is a great release. This is one I would like to get. This is technically a restock, but it's Air Senegal Airbus A330-900 Neo, and a very good plane with the detachable gears. Qantas Boeing 787-9. This is the Go Australia. Just like the previous releases, this is like the 15th version of this. This is actually a unique plane, though. We have the MNG Airlines A321 Freighter. So good release there as well. Korean Air 787-10 flaps down the old liveries, so that's another aircraft that's going to be surging onto the scene. And the Experimental looking strong as well, so that's nice to see. Nice variety. And we have the Etihad A321 Neo. And yes, the Royal Dane E2, that's a great plane. Would love to get that for great planes. But yeah, Etihad looking great with that release there, 1-200, and a restock NG 767 Blink. Not too much to hoot about on that. Next, we have the Avianca Boeing 787-8, and this is the green and blue hybrid. So cool livery there. This is the Maastricht Boeing 777 Interactive. That's really cool. It's interactive and 1-400. Good looking plane there. And another one's going to be very popular among collectors. These are all pre-orders, by the way. Here is what we're seeing as of now. I'm on the pre-order tab with the new arrivals. You know, there's going to be some Phoenix ones that I'd like to check out, so I might go see if we can find those after we check out all of these at some point. And here's the 20th anniversary. And we also have the little tan Brazil flag A320 Neos, so looking nice with those. Etihad 7810 Special, looking nice with flaps up and down. Vueling A320, born this away, looking quite nice. And there's the Avianca 1-400. Eva Air, this is the Hello Kitty, one of them, 777-300, both iterations. This is a great release. That's the restock of the Edelweiss A350, looking fantastic. And also Shinhan Airlines A320 in 1-200 scale by AV200. Saudia 333 Formula E 2024, nice looking aircraft, so great to see that. And the Eva Air has multiple versions, along with the Aeromexico Max 901-200 by GC, so a nice divvy up there to complement the Gemini 1-400. Zoom Boeing 767-300, a definitely unique airline name, and looking quite nice right there. Thomas Cook Boeing 757-300. This is going to be a great looking release here, and obviously a nice throwback to what we've seen, so that's a good one there too. Yeah, the Edelweiss is such a cool plane. I really would like to get that. And this beautiful blue A321 Neo, would love to get a 1-400 of this, and this is a 1-400, so who knows? Saw a bunch of those in, oh gosh, why can't I not remember the island name? Of course I can't remember it. The other Saudia here's looking good. Zoom. Okay, here's the China Eastern A340-600. This is the Expo 2010 Shanghai. So a nice looking plane there. Got the El Al Boeing 747-400 with the old color scheme. So a nice looking plane there. American Airlines Airbus A300, a good release right there. Looking nice with polish. And 767-400 restock for NG. Some interesting restocks here. This is a really good one. That's a great plane. Iceland Air 737-300. So glad to see that there. And yeah, the regular flaps definitely going to be nice too. So looking good there so far. Azul Cargo A321. I really like the livery of that. Is it time for a South America airport? Is that the calling for it? Who knows? But yeah, definitely a good looking plane. That's a cool 340 though. SpaceX 737-800. Nice looking aircraft there. I know that many collectors are going to be excited about that. And flagship Detroit won the 200 polished American DC-3. Definitely will consider this at some point in the long term. Would love to get that with the diecast version to complement the Daron postage stamp I have. Cathay Pacific Asia World 747. This aircraft's never been not popular, so of course we're getting it here in the 1-400. And the Spirit of Hong Kong on this aircraft, which is a nice looking one too. Yeah, I want the 753. I wish that didn't retire either. There's the 1-400 normal. Air Canada Charter 15 A220 looking good. Turkish Boeing 777-300ER. This is the biofuel livery. I really like this purpose here, so glad to see that going strong on that release. Korean Air MD-11. This aircraft's looking nice. Hotel Lima 7373. So that's another good looking plane. Singapore Airlines Boeing 747-400 mega top. Very nice to see this. I got a new Singapore Airlines today, so you see that in upcoming massive unboxing. In Asia World flaps down. A long portion of this list is just going to be flaps down planes. Play Airlines Airbus A321. Very sad story with Play, so long live the Play. And the German Air Force A321, a little bit more stable, fortunately. Eurowings looking good here with this aircraft, A320. And there you go for LAS, and JJ would appreciate that. The 767 ANA by JC Wings looking good. We'll see if they have Air Canada and Zootopia. I'm not sure. I would not be surprised if we see that at some point on this list. Cathay Pacific Retro 747. I actually have this one in 1-400. That $238 price tag is crazy though. And yeah, the A220 would be good. Play, unfortunately, bit the bullet. They closed off shop, I think, about 2 months ago or so. Lufthansa 737-200, a very good looking plane. So happy to see that as well. Yeah, keep the chat rolling, everybody. Glad to see the chat rolling strong. Star Alliance Austrian 767-300. So that's another good looking plane right there. So happy to see that there as well. And KLM Boeing 737-900, no winglets. So another nice plane there. Okay, Olympic 737-400. I'm so sorry. Looking like a very looking plane. I'm not sure, Elias. You'll have to take him up on that. We got the Dan Air Bach 111. That is an interesting looking plane in 1-200 right there. Now, this is a very good looking plane. American Bach 111 polished in the Astrojet. That is definitely going to be a popular plane. And a Columbia Boeing 747-100 at the Airport 75 titles. So another nice looking plane here to add to the lineup. Etihad A320. This is the Super Kings livery. This is a very nice looking livery. So great to see how the Etihad's getting done in the scales. Pink Jet Eva Air A321. A nice looking model there as well. Iceland Air in the 100-year anniversary. This is a really cool plane. So very happy to see that going strong. And Southwest 737-500, I think I remember seeing this as a future, but this is really nice to see here with the actual picture. That's a good looking plane, so flew one of those, so who knows. Long-term goals, right? That's what I did see this one. The United 737-900ER, definitely crazy to see them doing this. So eager to see how that's going to turn out. And they did multiple versions that we'll see. Latam Brazil A320, no shock there. And a Cathay Cargo 747. I would like a plane like that. That's a nice, simple plane. I've seen a good handful of those. And the Eva Air Pink Jet A321 once again. Hey, Taxiway, how you doing? Welcome aboard. China Southern A350. I have seen this livery. The multi. I did see this. And welcome, everybody. There's some chat going strong. What's going on, Colfet? Looking good. Yeah, more United Guam routes. Absolutely. Korean Air Boeing 777-200. That's a nice looking aircraft too, and the slightly older version of the livery it looks like. And then Etihad and the China Airlines MD-11 old colors. That's a nice looking plane. So let's go ahead and continue by scrolling up to the Eva Air Boeing 777-300s, the Lolly Jet flaps. So a nice looking plane there. And standard Hawaiian Welcome Voyagers A321. So NG did this too, and GC got their take on it as well. And there's that China Southern once again. So that's a cool plane. I would like to maybe consider that one at some point too. Korean Air A350 looking very nice. The XWB with flaps down. Obviously, we'll be eager to see the new livery, and I'm sure it will roll out strong when it does. And all the aircraft we've seen previously already. All right, Olympic Airbus A300. Good looking plane, nice circles and so forth. JAL MD-11, another aircraft that looks really nice, so happy to see that too. Evergreen L188, this is cool to see in 1-400 from JC. This is typically an Aero Classic release, so glad to see it here in 1-400. And a DHL Saab 340, that was definitely an oddball, so that's another cool aircraft to see added to the lineup right there. That's a really, really neat plane, so a great release right there. Oh, I like that. Air New Zealand, all white Boeing 777-300ER. That is a cool looking plane. So definitely going to be a popular one among us collectors. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. That's definitely going to be hype worthy. And the next one as well looking quite good. Continental Boeing 737-200 1-400. I didn't see the 200. I thought I saw like 500. So that's a really cool release. Definitely unique and eager to see how that turns out at some point. And I did see Shamu 737-500. That's a really good looking plane, so it looks really nice. And that one I would definitely like to consider getting at some point just for the nostalgic value of that. There's the Kuwait A330neo. Got to maximize that mold usage with only having so many, so that's cool to see. And the Malaysia Airlines A330-300, they have those cool special liveries along with the blue and red. So yeah, visit Malaysia as this example, looking quite nice. The Dorati Air Boeing 787-9 right there, looking quite nice there too, and that's a good looking plane. And we have the 1-400 there as well, so happy to see that too. Korean Air Airbus A300, definitely a blast to the past with this aircraft, and definitely happy to see that aircraft looking strong there as well. Etihad Formula One A340-600, they weren't like the two-letter company like SH Wings or whatever it was, and did 15 of them. Boeing 767-200 house colors, looking nice there on the 200 variant, and a good looking livery. German Air Force A310 also looking nice there as well. Oh, Etihad did do the A320neo, nice. NG did. T-Way Boeing 777-300 flaps down, a very good looking aircraft. I am on LinkedIn if anybody wants to go check me out. So there's T-Way and the normal. So that's a cool aircraft. I'd like to consider that one. Virgin Atlantic A340-300, looking quite nice there on that aircraft. That's a good looking plane. Air New Zealand DC-10, very good looking aircraft and quite a nice livery. There's the United Boeing 777-200ER, and this has the Gordon M. Verheugen titles. So that's really cool that it has a unique title on there. Star Alliance, yeah, you can ask to connect with me on LinkedIn if you want. Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 Star Alliance livery with the flaps down, looking very nice on this aircraft. So certainly very happy to see them do that. That was a very cool plane when it was flying, so that's a neat release. I really like it. Trucal or Shahal Air Sheltech SCSA Airlines is the easiest way to say A220. That's awesome that they have those now. So very good looking plane, and definitely happy to see that coming together. Next, we have the British Airways 737-300. That's a good looking plane there, so happy to see that. And a 737-400 complement it, so a good variety of aircraft. And a 500. Look at that trio right there, everybody. 733, 734, 735. And the price difference cracks me up. And the other United Boeing 7 flaps down. Korean Air Boeing 787-10. A very good looking plane, so happy to see that. That is a very nice offering right there, looking quite strong. Swiss A350-900. That's a really cool one. Would love that. So glad to see them flying the A350 now. Aloha 737-200, so that's a good looking aircraft. I got some alarms going off here because I made an impulsive decision to stream this morning. And British Airways Boeing 777-200, a very iconic aircraft. I remember flying that around in FSX all the time when about 15 years ago, because it was the free one from Just Flight, I think. I want to say Just Flight, not Captainson. It had to be Just Flight. Okay, American Airlines Doubles DC-10, MD-11, excuse me. This is a great release of 1-200, so great to see them doing that. Supplementing the 1-400s that are good. There's the Korean Air 1-200 in new livery, looking pretty strong. And standard livery. What time's everybody going to bed tonight? What has everybody got? And the 77-10 there for Korean as well. Got the Boeing 777-300ER Asia World City looking strong right here. Very happy to see that. And this livery as well. Lufthansa A321neo Help Alliance livery. Very unique and distinctive. And the Swiss A350 Wanderlust. So another nice aircraft there too. I think what we'll do, everybody, is we'll probably go a few more up the road there. I'm not sure if we'll make it quite to halfway, but I really want to maximize the time for streaming and so forth. And I was expecting a little bit bigger of a crowd. So to make it worth everybody's time, we'll do another good portion here. And then we will be back probably sometime early next week, late next week. So just to let you all know what the intentions are, there we go. Korean Boeing 777, there's 300, and this one as well. We, of course, won't redo these in the next stream, of course, but I did want to let you all know what likely was going to happen. 77-10 for Korean Air. And Air India Airbus A310, looking very nice. A350-900, once again, looking very good. Multiple versions, and a 737-700 here, house colors, building on success. And CSA ATR-72 Sky Team, a very good looking plane. Oh, you're all good, Michael. No worries, not at all, dude. I was just saying I wanted to make sure that's worth the time investment and so forth when everybody is available. And I'm sure everybody's with family. I just thought that, you know, some people would be around and so forth and wanted to provide all of that opportunity. I appreciate you all so much for all your support. So thank you all so much. Italia DC-10 Delta. I want this. When this comes out, I will buy this. Delta 762 Spirit of Delta. I've wanted that, and I got the 1-200 Skymarks with a broken engine, but I definitely want that Delta right there. So that is a good plane. Really want that. That CSA ATR maybe too now, since everybody's really liking that. And another Iceland Air 757-300. But yeah, that Spirit of Delta, I'm really excited about that. I didn't even know that was announced. So hopefully it comes out at some point. This is a good one. I also would like this. The Mario JetBlue A320. I haven't seen that plane. That's a good looking plane. That would be great for a rotation at Albany. So the Spirit of Delta, that's a great plane. Yes, the exact plane that we saw in ATL. Have to get it now. And this Mario as well would be another great addition to the lineup. Austrian 777-200. Cool special livery. And this one as well. And there's the Alliance. I don't know why they're getting mixed around. Some of them are sooner and later. Okay. ATA 757-300. And quite nice. Yeah, that Mario's a good plane. Air Pacific 747 with the Fiji titles. How about that? 747 flaps down and up. Very good release. And the Spanish Air Force A330. What a nice looking airplane there as well. So that's a nice one. Air China 747-400, Aviation 200, $206. Bring out the wallet, everybody. And the house colors for good measure. This is KJ models. I didn't even know KJ models existed. I just recorded a script of companies with 2-letter names, and I didn't find KJ models. So rest in peace. But we'll see if I can get an edit in from Mr. JJ. I'm going to let him know that this exists too. I'm going to tell him. Message him right now. KJ models also exist. Refer to 33 minutes in stream. So hopefully he'll be able to help us get some more information on KJ models. Yeah, I've never heard of KJ models. Just another probably spin-off company, I'm sure, of in-flight. Boeing 757-200 for Iberia. That is a very nice aircraft, so happy to see that there too. And the United 737-500 in the very good looking plane 901 Uniform Alpha. So happy to see that as well. That's a good looking plane. Again, channel memberships are a unit, everybody, so appreciate all the support on those. Super chats, donations, all of it's greatly appreciated. Korean Air Boeing 747-8I. Very happy to see that. That is a good looking plane. Hell yeah, here we go. The ANA-AQ400. There's going to be some people that are really excited about that. I can't believe that's a $55 plane, but, you know, it is a good looking plane. Many collectors are going to be excited about that. There's the other Korean Air. The Ryanair 737-800. Very good looking plane here as well, so that's looking quite nice. Yeah, that 748 is going to be amazing from NG. UT Air Antonov 24. What a unique aircraft that is right there. I wonder if Chris Slimmer's flown an Antonov 24, but he has. Japan 762 old livery. That is a nice looking aircraft there too. So that's going to be another popular offering. And Air France A310 looking quite nice as well. Yeah, I know. That's what I thought about that Q400 price being $55. I was like, dang, man, that's pretty steep. The Garuda Pikachu A330. That's a 300. That's typo. I like my Garuda that I have. I got that at the Singapore store, but I would like to get a Pokemon aircraft. Okay, chat, what Pokemon plane should I get? Because I know there's quite a bit of love for Pokemon, so I need to get some sort of Pokemon plane. What should I get? I would like it to be a new airline. Maybe is it Starjet? Is that the airline name in Japan? The low-cost carrier? Maybe Starjet or one of those low-cost carriers would be cool. I would like it to be a new carrier. But anyway, let's continue up. Nice, a China Southern C919 from JC, so that's looking nice. And a Vietnam Airlines Boeing 77-10. This has the Chonglan air livery. Pokemon A330, you think? Or you're just saying, no, I don't want to copy you. I just want to branch out and make sure that I'm covering all the scopes, you know? I'm not wanting to copy anybody. Come on now. Here's the SAS ATR 72. Looking quite nice. Skymarks, it's Skymarks. That's the name. I haven't seen him chat about it yet. Skymarks is the airline I'm thinking of. That's the name of the airline. Oh, a Scoot 787. I would like that. That's a good. I like that. I do have a Scoot A320, but to have a wide body would be relevant. Actually, I was looking at flights when I was doing my around the world trip, and there was great prices on Scoot 787s. It was like $200 from Sydney to Singapore. It was amazing. It was a stopover in. Might have been non-stop actually. Maybe it was Auckland to Singapore via Sydney. That might have been what it was. Or it could have been, gosh, I want to say maybe Perth or somewhere. There were some really interesting ones. Yeah, the $56 still. Because look at this. So you can $56 for an ANA-8. Yet a Lufthansa 340 is $60. What are we doing? I about slipped right there. What are we doing? What do we think about that, everybody? A $55 Q400 for ANA, and then you get the $60 Lufthansa 340, an absolute unit. It's like triple the size of that Dash 8. I don't understand. I'm gonna have to make a reel of this. And JJ, you better be watching this. You better put this in all the videos. Come on. I probably seen some Pokemon jets. I think at LAX maybe ANA at LAX maybe, and also the Panda route, Shunghon Airlines, and maybe Shunghon Airlines Pokemon too. Definitely LAX. But what's the deal on this, everybody? $60 for a Lufthansa 340, and that ANA is down there at 55. Is that a typo in the ANA? I mean, what are we doing? That makes no sense. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's diabolical. That's gross. That's just not cool. It's all those words, man. Come on. CLT 13 rage on the fly right here. Come on. That's terrible. That's terrible, man. Kuwait's, and yeah, the Kuwait A321neo, that's a $55 plane. I hope that Dash 8's a typo. Yeah, that typo should be a $35 bill. That better be a typo. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. I'm shocked. I should have had a better reaction for that Q400. That was terrible. That was bad. That was absolutely terrible. Hainan Airlines, Ikejo, Boeing 77-9 with the flaps down, and the normal one is also good. Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. What the heck is this? Aviation 400, $60, and the other one's 53. Yeah, I've thought about on my AvGeek character quite a bit. I've thought about it, but unfortunately I can't. So yeah, this is a nice looking aircraft right here on the Vietnam 789. There's the Korean 7810 right there, Aviation 400. Hope they get the color better. Northwest DC 1040 changing it up here with B models this time. So looking quite good. And Lufthansa Cargo 707, 200. Those are very rare. 300 was pretty common, the 100, but 200 not quite. Okay, German Wings A320 with this pretty neat livery, so that's a good plane. And a Qantas 747-400 Formula 1. Got a really cool Qantas today too, so it's looking good. Okay, let's continue. Here's the standard. And there's the Yonglong Dreaming 747-300 for Qantas, another very nice aircraft. Yeah, the price war is crazy. Oh, I'm sure we're going to see more of them. Shocking. A pretty pricey Air Canada Boeing 777, that's 300, but part of it, right? It's a big aircraft, so 183. Yeah, tell me this. How's a 763 141 and a 333 186? Gosh. I'm just kidding. That's terrible, man. Where's the proportions? Japan 762. This is the old livery. I really like the newer logo on the top tail there. It's crazy. 140 bucks. And a Buzz Max 8. Looking good. I would like to get a Buzz. It's getting out of control, guys. This is terrible. This is terrible. The price situation's out of control right now. Now you can get a NASA DC-8 for 127. That's another mid deal at best. That's rough right there. It's getting out of control. Now 734 is $117. Not too bad. French Air Force DC-8 72. Good looking plane here. So glad to have it here. The chow's on fire. No kidding, man. That's a good looking plane though. Now Japan 77-8 is $162. It's the same size as the 763. Why is it $20 more? Gosh. This is out of control. Oh man. Ugh. This is truly out of control. This is going to be a video in and of itself, just this reaction to the prices. Should I do a video on model prices? I do need to make a video on that. Let's set an alarm. Set an alarm for tomorrow at 10 a.m. titled Model Aircraft Prices. We need to do a video on that because B767 Aviation, he's made some awesome exponential graphs, and I could really make a great video with that. This is a price rant. That's all this video is. The Korean 7. Now this is $60.95. The Lufthansa 340 is the same price. Why is it the same price as a wide body plane? I don't understand. What is JC Wings doing? What is the point of all this Mickey Mouse Clubhouse of the prices being the same between a Dash 8, a 340, and a 739? There's no consistency. There is no good reason in the world why this is a $60 plane when the Lufthansa, arguably a better plane anyway, is the same price. What are we doing? I don't understand if it's licensing or what it is. Like, Gemini is consistent. This is just flat out inconsistent baloney, and this is terrible. Come on, this is terrible. This is getting out of control. And Aegean, now the 321 Neo Aegean is $20 less than that Buzz Max 8, and I know it's a JC, so it's understandable why it's a little bit less. But man, $111, I think you can get a Gemini A321 Neo for sometimes $100 if you're lucky. Yeah, this is getting out of control. JC better figure it out immediately. Now, yeah, and then their 739 is $116. I know the Geminis aren't that much, 1-200. Okay, 111. That's what the flaps down. That's a little bit better. But gosh, you might as well get the 1-200 at this point. So the SAS DC-10 is $1 less than the Korean 739. This is a bigger aircraft. It's like double the size. Like, what are we doing? Come on, guys. This is pathetic. This is garbage. There's the Lufthansa. The A300 is not even the same size as the A340 or the DC-10, and it's $60.95 too. I don't understand. Look at the MSRP. Look at the retail price too. This is crazy. So it's $79 for an A340. A300. That's terrible. What are we doing? Gosh, this is out of control. I wasn't expecting to go off, everybody. I hope you all don't mind. Okay, now here we go. So this is actually pretty cool. So this is the JC Wing 747-100, and it appears that you also get the GSC in the background for $80. That's a pretty good deal if so. If you don't get the GSC in the background, that's garbage. So not bad. But JC Wings, this is out of control. Okay, how in the actual heck is a Korean Air A330 $66? This has to be like top of the line. The president of Korea has to be signing off on this being a licensed product. This is out of control, man. What are we doing? The Lufthansa A340 is $6 less than this. Like, what the is going on? This is terrible. That's terrible. That should not be $66. I could buy an NG for $56. Why is that $66? That's terrible. Man, that's terrible. That's just as bad as the ANA. That's garbage, man. That is pathetic. That's terrible. Everybody that's here to watch this stream today, this is terrible. That's diabolical. That's sad. That's unfortunate. That's terrible. Okay, this is a good looking plane. I don't know if it's worth $70, but the Shanghai Museum 777-300 for China Eastern. I might as well just redeem points with NGCRP on this. Why is this? This is terrible, man. This is terrible. That's bad. That's just pathetic. The Duncan A320 JetBlue, I'm glad to see them doing it. $60 as well. I can't say I'm surprised. There has to be like some sort of licensing deal for why these JCs get out of control in the pricing. Because some of them are low and some like this, $60 for a 320. The NG's, I think 51 maybe, not even close. How is an Ember 170 $58? JC Wings, this licensing deal is out of control. This is terrible. This is diabolical. This is disgusting. This is sad. This is really frustrating. It's all that. United 762, a nice looking aircraft. This is going to be $60 as well. Oh, Dreamliner fan, you missed a bunch, dude. You need to scroll back about 10 minutes and you need to watch this price rant that a Lufthansa A340 is the same price as an ANA Q400. That's what you missed, is this price comparison. Gosh, welcome aboard. What a time to be here. Pan Am 707-320, so we make it to another manufacturer at long last. In-flight Pan Am 757. Man, they're the same size aircraft. This is $26 more. What are we doing? And now the level A330, $64. This barely has any color on it. What are we paying for? It's an $84 retail aircraft. I don't know what we're paying for. That's terrible. This is terrible. I don't know what the pricing is going on here. Better yet, if you want flaps down to China Eastern, you're going to be out about $75. This JC Wings deal is out of control. This is rough. Okay, this is the Japan 333 last flight. This is $158. Pretty solid deal. And the Luftwaffe A321 Neo coming out to $110. Oh, you're all good, Dreamliner fan. I hope that that's all going good with that Christmas party. Hope it's good. Skymark Supreme 1-100 Delta A320. Nice looking plane. I don't know if it's worth $210, but the JC Wings video is coming out. That's crazy what I've just witnessed. And now the Taka A321 is coming out to $137, man. I don't even know who's going to pay that. There's the Qantas 789 with the flaps down. Good looking plane there. So $151 though. Yeah, that whole 15 minutes could just be a video, and I probably will do that. Qantas 789, new colors. You get to save $4 without flaps down. Eco Demonstrator is $166 for 222. And its counterpart is $163. Now there's some good models in here if the price was right. Now we have an Austrian picture, but it's a Japan 333 last flight flaps down. That's $67. So why is that China Eastern special livery $5 more? I don't understand. That's what the picture's supposed to be, by the way. $164 for the UEFA Champion League's Qatar 333. That's crazy, man. Golly. Qatar Boeing 777-300ER, good looking plane, but this is just the normal one, not even, it does have the flaps down. All right. $68. What the? It's got to be licensing. But then this Malaysia is $68 too. What the heck? These are the same price. Bruh, what are we doing? And then the A340 600 is a couple dollars less. Like, what the heck's going on, man? Man, I'm gonna have bad dreams tonight. Bolivia A330. This aircraft's $64. I don't know if I can take any more of this. This is out of control, man. Here's the Juno Airlines A321. How is an A321 $63? What are we doing, man? That is a 321. That's the size of my palm. What the is going on, man? That's terrible. Everybody that's involved with this that's terrible, man. Not even a Gemini retails at that. That's disgusting, dude. That's terrible. And then the A320 Neo is $59. But why a $3 difference? They're nearly identical. Still gold on this livery. I like the livery. And the Radia is the best plane of the whole bunch, and it's $5 less than the Juno Air. What the heck, man? And this is coming in at $59. What the heck is going on, man? That's insanity. That price structure right there, what you just saw in those last 3 planes, that was insane. And the Hong Kong Express is coming in at $58. Oh, we're in the Phoenix finally, so great to see some Phoenix. I've been wanting to see the Phoenix planes. There's the Swiss. The pricing is not much better, but we've known Phoenix to be oblivious, so that's not news. The JC Wing deal is news to me. Gosh, I'm glad we're on the Phoenix. I couldn't take any more of that. Eastern 757, $150. That's going to be a popular offering. Okay, we're talking now. Now, this is a good price and a good aircraft. There should not be a $630 difference here, but the United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 in the Evo Blue, 77575. That is awesome. I have the MAX 8. I really like that plane. So I'm really glad that they're getting the MAX 9 done. That's big time. There's a MAX 9 right there. House, looking good. Aer Lingus 737-500, looking pretty good from in-flight. Delta A330-300, looking very nice. Happy to see that. And the Hawaiian A321neo, especially if we're getting done for $58. If you all want to break the bank, let's do it. Starlux Airbus A350-1000 carbon fiber, flaps down, looking very good. $162 in the drain on that. And then you can save quite a bit there. You can save nearly $8 there on the standard. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm exhausted today. I don't know why. The release, I filmed like 15 model videos today, so. But this release is stressing me out, I guess. The blank A350. I got my grandpa a watch that tells him his stress level and some other cool matrix. I need to use that right now. Oh, man. That's what happens when you work super hard one day. Oh, man. Eastern DC-863 looking good as well. China Airlines 747-200 old color scheme polished Bravo 1886. Very good. On the Pond 737-800. This is not Aviation Expo 2026, but Expo 2025. And yeah, that's looking pretty good as well. So happy to see that aircraft too. And there's the normal. There's the Cathay Pacific Retro 747. So looking good there too. Okay, that's a good release right there. FedEx MD-11 freighter. It's very nice. That's really cool. Starlux A350-1000. Very good looking plane as well. And 1-400 coming in at $65. Woo! China Airlines Cargo 747-200 freighter, $210. Shinhan Airlines A330-200 2025 World Gains Chengdu livery. Very nice. Gotta recover after that price rant, guys. Ethiopian 737 MAX 8 clocking in at $58. Royal Jordanian Airbus A320 Neo, $59. No, I'm just kidding. Saudia Airbus A330-300. That is a really cool cargo offering. Aviation 400 coming in with the GOAT prices. So, okay, why in the world is a JC Wings Korean Air A330-300 $66, and there's a version that absolutely thumps that mold, no wing flex, detachable landing gear, all the features that one would ever want to see, and it's $10 less. It's $56. I don't understand what the deal is. I don't understand where JC Wings thinks that that's an option, but that's the function right there is what you're seeing on the screen. What you just saw earlier about 10 minutes ago, that's disgusting, but this is much better. This is the future. This is fantastic. I don't know what we're doing with that previous release down there, but this is where life should be. So just look at Aviation 400. So yeah, you're telling me that a Global A380 with detachable landing gear, every feature one could ever want on the entire aircraft, is less dollars than the 777s that JC Wings has. They're $68. This is $67.95. I don't understand. I hope you take care, Lucas. This is crazy. This is gross. This is sad. This is just embarrassing. All that. I don't know what's going on with JC Wings. It's terrible. And there they are again with the Mongolia Airlines Boeing 787-9. Didn't know they were getting 787s. I've seen their 333. It's pretty cool. And $60, that's not too bad. That's a little bit better on that one. All right, we got a USAF VC-137, the 707 military variant. I think it's at the Dayton Air Force Museum. ANA 747-400, a very nice one. This is SQ wings this time. I'm not sure Alaska 737. We'll see. It's going pretty good right now. I'll probably see if we can get the scroll bar a little bit farther up here. Probably will go about an hour or so. Miscellaneous Airbus 331 World. So it's looking pretty nice. Starlux. See, Starlux $58 and the other one was $64. I think that's just terrible. They should feel this set. Yeah, it really does depend on how much longer I can tolerate this. That's the truth. That is the truth. Somebody gonna super chat for my misery. I'm just kidding. I'm joking, of course. Don't feel like you have to donate. United DC-862, good looking plane. Gosh darn it. I gotta stretch to recover from that absolute disaster. That is fantastic, man. That is a great plane. United 737-300, 75855. That is a fantastic release. Where are those releases going? And I just lost there. There goes my phone alarm, but I also was losing the magnet on the mic. That's fantastic, man. Oh man, I could rage about this. This is terrible. I had to sit down in my chair. This was so bad. But that's 753. That's fantastic. That's amazing. All those words that you want to see. It's every one of those. But if I sit down, you can actually see my background a little bit. So there we go. America West 737-200. This has the really nice Nevada-born livery on it. So that's pretty cool. So that's nice. And a Braniff International Superjet 720. So pretty cool. I didn't know that Braniff had 720s. So that's why we're here to learn every single day. Air Intrel A330-300. Very good looking plane. So certainly happy to see that looking strong. In a 0G North Space Airbus E330. This aircraft's looking pretty good there as well. Yeah, the Nevada one. That's a good one. That's a good livery. There's the Royal Air Force A330-200 variant. And this is the Voyager. So $175. Might as well buy this before you buy any JC wings, right? No, I'm just playing. I'll tell you, DC-862. That's a good looking plane as well. So prices have evened out at least a little bit. There's the Hawaiian Leo and Stitch E330. This is Phoenix take on it. I think JC Phoenix and NG have done it. Silkway West, Boeing 777 freighter. That's a cool livery. I think it looks pretty nice. The prices don't, but that does. There's the Starlux from Phoenix, $65. That's not terrible, but I wouldn't say that you're doing very good. Hey, you can spend $3 less and get the Virgin Atlantic 340-300 Dragon Lady. It's a nice plane there too. Leo and Stitch. I'm sure a Dreamliner fan likes that. No, I'm not here to compete with you, LAS. I can assure you that. Air India Boeing 787-9, $152 with the flaps down in the 1-200 and $149 without. Leo and Stitch 1-400 coming in at $54 on the 717. And there is Team USA at $65. It seems like there's a batch of aircraft. There's like every year there's about 30 aircraft and get done about 6 different times now, which there's no problem with that. Some are good, some are bad. You got the Transalvia Airbus A321neo. This is the retro. This is another one of those examples. But good looking plane there. Lufthansa 340-600. See, $66. Not terrible, but I like that 300. That was $6 less, but this has a cool special on it, soccer special. And this is supposed to be a 777-9X house livery. That's it right there. So there's 1-400 and a 1-200. One has the folded up wingtips, which is pretty cool. I'd like to get one of those at some point. Singapore 777-300ER. I've seen this. I would like to get it, though I do have another Singapore now, so probably not this quite one, but I would like to get an all-white Star Alliance. I do have the Singapore narrow body, though, so that I need that right there. Now I need an A350, but the 330-200 is a cool plane, but I definitely need a Fiji, so great to see the One World getting done there. I don't have a tie yet, so I could get the tie anytime. This will be a good one here with the JC A350. I don't know if I want to pay that price, though. Definitely want this. The Jetstar 787. Flew this. Really sad they cut that Honolulu route, I think earlier this month. But yeah, that's a great plane. I would really like to get that. I have it up on the shelf here somewhere. I'm looking at it right now. There it is. And its registration is Kilo Alpha. This is Kilo Kilo. So yeah, what a great memory. Can't believe that was about a year ago now. Yes, I do, Michael. That Singapore is greatly appreciated. It's going out on great planes right now as we speak. I always think of you when I see it. And an Air Asia A320neo. I would like to get that one. That would be a bucket list plane if I find a good deal on it. I need an Air Asia. There's that DC-8 right there. It's really cool. The local one here in the U.S. Pretty sweet. I think they just donated one to Liberty, which is pretty cool. Atlantis DC-836. So very cool to see that too. And a Greater Bay Airlines 737-800. And the Leo and Stitch 717 coming in too. We'll do a few more rows so I don't drive you all insane. And we're right at an hour here. So actually, we'll actually leave. This will be a great cutoff place. We'll actually go ahead and cut it right there. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions you all have. We'll get a bigger crowd, I'm sure, for the next one. But I really appreciate you all making it here. And we made it about halfway through. That was a good starting place. So we'll be able to finish this up in the next 2 weeks or so. And then we'll probably do this at the end of the month moving forward. So we'll do the end of January. We'll take a look at the new releases, so on and so forth. So I'm thinking a stream a week, or definitely one every 3 weeks at the very least. So we'll have our probably StreamYard streams where we talk with everybody once a week. Or sorry, I wish once a week. Once or twice a month. Then we'll do the plane spotting once a month. And maybe twice, depending on how it goes and how much we can get through. And then we're also going to do these release reactions. And I've talked about a couple other stream concepts. So yeah, feel free to let me know what you all want. But feel free to ask any final questions there may be. But I hope that all of you enjoyed this. This was fun. And I didn't quite lose my entire mind. So that's a start. Check out Great Planes if you haven't already. It came out today. Great video. And then tomorrow I'm at Unboxing 71. And there's going to be a bunch of great videos between now and the new year. White Clyde's Alaska 737. Looking forward to all of what's to come. But yeah, it's going to be great. We have a bunch of fun planes to take a look at in the next video, which we'll probably do that maybe next week, possibly. We'll see. Should be a little bit calmer, so the crowd should be a little bit bigger, but we'll see. But anyway, any final questions, anybody? Feel free to ask up. Otherwise, I really hope that all of you have a fantastic weekend with family, friends, or however you may be spending it. And yeah, plenty of exciting videos coming up, so you all are not going to want to miss them. Thank you all so much for all the support. Are you going to do a what's to come video in 2026? Yes, the channel update will be coming out in less than a week, 5 days or so. So yeah, I really hope all of you are excited. I might stream before the new year, obviously, too. So, but stay tuned, and I'll be sure to put it on social media ahead of time too. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Any final questions, feel free to ask. But anyway, I look forward to catching you all here in the next videos, and of course, live stream coming up real soon. It was amazing. Michael, how was your Christmas? Feel free to share. I'm so glad that it was great, and I hope that you had a great time with all of your friends and family. But yeah, I really want to thank you all so much. Hope all of you take care. And I look very forward to seeing you all real soon. Take it easy, everybody.